What is up, guys? So after that sub install on the truck, when I transferred this sub from the Scion to the truck, the clutch went out on the truck, and that fucking sucks. So today I'm actually gonna be replacing the clutch and also doing a couple other things like replacing the pinion seal on the differential, replacing the cover gasket on the differential, replacing the valve cover gaskets, and doing an oil change, and replacing the clutch, flywheel, slave cylinder. I have a lot of work to do on the truck, and I'm gonna try to record as much as I can. I already went ahead and got started. I'll show you a little bit of that. So I already went ahead and got started. I went ahead and removed the intake manifold. You just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts. This was sitting on top of the intake manifold. I went ahead and removed that out the way. I got a couple connectors disconnected. I disconnected anything that was in the way. Went ahead and took this pipe off that goes from the air filter to the intake manifold slash throttle body. And yeah, just piece by piece, I went ahead and disconnected the O2 sensors on the exhaust because I'm gonna have to take the exhaust off for when I have to drop the trans. And down below, so you can see I already got everything disconnected. Got some connectors disconnected. Just slowly going at it, little by little. So that's the intake manifold. This is the pipe I took off. It's the intake manifold gasket. All my tools and stuff. Oh yeah, guys. Oh yeah, disconnect your negative battery terminal. And I want to do that too. Since you have to remove the starter. I do got a lot of work to do to this truck, but it sucks that the clutch went out. Seriously, right after I had put the sub in. Oh, look at this nice sub. That scar, got the handle over there. A little tarp on it. Ooh. Damn, I just popped this off. God damn it. Fuck. There we go. Kind of hard to do that one-handed with the phone recording on the other hand. Yeah, fucking sucks. Clutch went out. I'm gonna be doing that. Try to record as much as I can. Right now, I'm gonna go ahead and remove this shifter. Get the bolts from in there. Got 2 over there, 2 under here, and go ahead and remove that boot. All right, guys. So I have this boot removed. You just take off those 4 screws under the boot, and then this will just literally slide out. And then I'm looking at this right here, and this is the shifter. You have this other little boot kind of pry off from under the carpet. I'm trying to see how this is gonna disconnect. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to remove this, and this shifter linkage will come off, and the rest will just come down with the trans. So we're just gonna have to remove this thing and the shifter. What is up, guys? We are back here. What is up, guys? Day 2 of Ranger repairs. Hopefully, well, today objective is just to get as much done as we can. I already went ahead and got started yesterday. Went ahead and took off the intake manifold, the air intake pipe, and disconnected some wires. But today we're gonna go ahead and try to finish up. So you see I have the intake manifold off. I went ahead and started getting the bolts loose for the valve cover gaskets, because I'll be replacing the valve cover gaskets. I mean, for the valve cover, so I can replace the valve cover gaskets. I took the intake manifold off and the intake manifold gasket. I have a couple wires disconnected, a couple of the connectors disconnected that had to be disconnected. This thing here sat on top of the intake manifold. You just take those 2 bolts off, push it out the way, over the intake, take the 6 bolts off the intake manifold off, take the intake manifold off. I went ahead and disconnected the O2 sensors, which are back there. Let's see, got the negative battery terminal disconnected. See, I have the O2 sensor disconnected. I just started little by little. I went ahead and removed the oil filter, which sits on top of the starter. I have it down here on the drain pan. There's the intake manifold there. Some miscellaneous stuff. There's the air intake pipe that I took off and the intake manifold gasket. I need that, so save those. So I just got a little bit started yesterday. And then I started, and after I got tired, I went to sleep. And my friend's call woke me up. He called me, went to go fishing, and just been chilling. And then we're back here. This is day 2. We're going to get started on the Ranger and get as much done as we can. I actually went to Harbor Freight and bought a transmission jack. Let me go get that from the car. Oh yeah, I broke this throttle cable yesterday. I don't know, I might be able to use it again. Not 100% sure. But all I know is I broke the plastic off of it. I don't think that's too important. I don't know. Hopefully I can still use it. I ain't trying to buy another one. We got it on jack stands. I put some wood down just so I don't damage the concrete, because this truck might be here a long time, so I don't want to damage the concrete and leave prints. But yeah, I just got some scrap wood that I had in the backyard. It's all the same thickness, so I just put that under the jack stands. It's not much, but a little bit more room and security, so it gives me peace of mind working under here. This is the transmission jack. Let's open that up. Whew, got a lot of work to do. I'm just trying to get as much done as I can today. So I have the oil draining. It's already almost done draining. Have the full oil filter off. I also need to drain the transmission pan. And also the differential. For now, I'm just do the trans first. I might save the differential for another day. So once this is done draining, I'm gonna go plug it up, tighten it, and I'm gonna go ahead and drain the transmission. One thing I forgot to buy is shop rags. Damn, look at all those metal shavings. I don't know if y'all can see that. There's a lot of metal shavings on that. Shit, I dropped it. Doing this at home, I gotta say it's a lot more difficult than anticipated. It's just a lot more challenging since without the lift. I could have done it at my job and used the lift, but I knew this was gonna take a couple days even with the lift, so I'd rather do it at home and not have to worry about pulling it in and out the shop. So this was just overall just better. Yeah, no, that's gonna be a pain in the ass working under here. Alright, now that we got the trans drained, we can go ahead and tighten the drain plug. We'll leave the fill plug off. I don't know the torque spec on this, I'm just go with my instinct. That's pretty good right there. Don't want to tighten it too much and eventually strip it out. That would be a huge issue. Alright, we got the trans drained. I'm trying to clean off a lot of this, like, oil seepage. It's just a lot. I mean, this truck is from '94, so it's kind of expected, so, yeah. Fuck it. We're gonna need something to remove this clutch line. That shit looks rusted, too. Fuck. There's the bleeder up there. Yep, ladies and gentlemen, we definitely gonna have our work cut out for us on this project here. But we gotta do it because I need this truck to run again. This is my daily. There's just a lot of gunk down here. Definitely have a lot of work to do. Another thing we gotta do is take off this exhaust. I'm gonna take off this starter too. Oh, next, we're gonna be removing the starter, which is right there. Let's see. Oops. Motherfuckers better know. Icky Smalls. I'm a bad, bad boy. Motherfucking right, my pocket's looking kind of tight. Yo, baby, let me get the vest. The first pocket this fat, the take his tools back. Where is bomb? You ain't got to explain shit. I been robbing motherfuckers since the slave shit with the claim clip and the same 4.52 point blank. A motherfucker shoulda died. Have his mother singing, it's so hard, yes, love. You know, robbing bitches too. I'm slapping niggas like Shaquille, this shit is real. I've been trying to eat a meal. I'm robbing still. For the bread and butter, I leave niggas in the gutter. Word of mother, I'm dangerous. I fucking angel dust when I bust my gut, motherfucker stick jerk naps.
No sé, viejo. What on, Nick?
Yo.
What you doing, man? Mechanic, man?
Yeah, man.
Está con todo el Nick, me llega que sabe mecánica, viejo. ¿Estás bajando la transmisión, Nick?
No, todavía no, pero estoy en el proceso, ¿me entendés?
O sea que te va litigio entonces, ¿no?
Sí, pues.
¿Quieres que cambie el glow?
Todo. Tengo un verga de trabajo que hacer.
Tiene huevo el Nick, ¿no? Yo, mecánica, viejo.
No, yo con esto de mecánica.
The cocksucker won't forget it. Bust out the ratchets. So guys, I'm under here right now. I'm taking off the starter. It has 3 bolts. There's 1, 2, and 3 up there. It's gonna remove that 3rd one. So I can therefore remove the starter. And I already went ahead and drained the oil from the transmission. To drain it, you remove that top one, which is the fill. You have to remove that one first. If not, it won't drain all the way. And then you remove the drain it out. I put the drain plug back in and tighten that up. I left the fill plug off and I have it over there on the side. That way, whenever we put the trans back in, just fill it up, tighten that up, and she'll be good to go. Yep, just need to remove that starter. Also need to remove the exhaust. So I need to spray those bolts over there and over there with some WD-40. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. All right, so I got the nuts sprayed up for the exhaust on top, you know, 1, 2. And those 2 right there. I put some cardboard down and catch the drips of the WD-40. That way it don't stain my driveway. Now we just gotta go under here and spray these. Spray them down real nice. Yeah, very nice. Nice and wet like. Ooh. Get up on here. Oh yeah, get that nice and wet. Let's crawl up in here a little. Got one more nut to spray. I sprayed that nut. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Spray that nut. Lots. Look at that. Yeah, sprayed them nuts. Dripping. I got them nuts dripping. Alright, I'm gonna let that soak. Let the WD do its thing. Penetrate them thingies. And then we'll come back like in 5 minutes. Take off those bolts for the exhaust. Remove this exhaust. Ooh, I got some more nuts to spray. Miss these nuts right here. Oof. I gotta say, recording and working, it's a lot more challenging than you think. Spray these nuts right here. Spray these nuts, yeah, right there. Yeah. Other side, yeah. I see some more nuts up top. Try to soak all the nuts. You want all them nuts soaked. I'm gonna show y'all what's going on down here. So I managed to get the 4 bolts that go, those 2 and those 2 bolts over there that connect at the very tops of the exhaust. What I can't get are these bolts right here because they are very rusted. So what I'm gonna have to do is remove these bolts. That way I don't have to damage those. Let's try to get this exhaust off. Hopefully I have enough space to remove this exhaust off with that cat like that. But yeah, I mean, we're making progress, guys. Slow and steady wins the race. Alright, I went ahead and sprayed those nuts, let that WD-40 penetrate. Now we're gonna come back and remove those, and hopefully I can get this exhaust out without much hassle. I know it's gonna be a lot of hassle, but hopefully I can get it with as little hassle as possible. All right, let's just show y'all what I got going on here so far. So as you can see, I have the exhaust out. So what I had to do to get that out was I had to remove all 5 bolts to that transmission mount right there, that black piece. It's a bar that goes along here. It hooks up on these two. It goes under the trans. I had to remove that, so I jacked the trans up, remove the bolts, jack the trans up, remove that cross member so I can remove the exhaust. I'm about to put that transmission mount back in. That way I can remove the jack from the transmission and I can fully remove the exhaust. But yeah, guys, little by little. Dude, I am so tired. I'm sweaty, dirty. Probably can't see it on camera. Look at my arms. Putting in that work, boy. This truck is gonna be running soon, though. Oh Lord, look at that. Oh, jeez. Fucking crazy. Oof. We're gonna have a running though. Look at this shirt. Jesus. I am so dirty. But guys, we're making good progress. That's the cross member I had to take off. These are all the bolts I had to take off. Look that way. It's a lot of work, but we're making progress, you know. This is good, this is good. This is what we want. All right, exhaust is officially out from under the car. Whew. I'll put that trans mount back just so the trans can rest on that, and then I can have the jack out the way. But the exhaust is now off. I have the starter off, it's right there. We're making good progress, guys, very good progress. I like this. I think next we are going to remove the drive shaft. The fucking shit's missing a bolt back there. You see that shit? What the fuck? Oh man, just my luck. Whatever. Next is going to be drive shaft. We are making very good progress, guys. Very good progress. I like this. Whew, I'm tired. I'm fucking tired, man. It's a lot of work. Well, I'm gonna keep going, try to just get as much done as I can, and then I'm gonna fucking take a break. I think after I move the drive shaft, I'm taking a break. All right, guys, I have the drive shaft out. As you can see, it's right there. All I had to do was remove the 3 bolts. From here, it's supposed to be 4 bolts, but it was missing one, so I only had to remove 3 bolts. Remove those bolts. And then you come under here and you remove these. These things were like this, so meaning the bolt head was on top, and it was a bitch to get these out. When I put these back in, I'm gonna put them in this way. That way the bolt head is at the bottom, and it'll be a lot easier to get these out next time if I need to get those down again. It was just those 2 for the drive shaft mount, and then those over there. And the drive shaft slides out from the transmission. Well, yeah, guys, we're making good progress. Drive shaft's out, exhaust is out. We have the oil drained and the transmission drained. We're making progress. Making good progress. I think I am going to take a break and clean up a bit because I have a mess. I want to make sure I have everything organized so I don't lose anything. But yeah, I'm just clean up just a bit and take a little break because goddamn, boy, I'm fucking tired and dirty and tired. Take a little break. Whew, guys, okay, I'm tired. All I really did was go ahead and get situated. You know, we got the exhaust off. We have the drive shaft off. Transmission mount is loose. We have the oil drained from the engine. We have the oil drained from the transmission. We're making good progress, guys. Up top under the hood, all I have is the intake manifold off and the intake manifold gasket off. And valve cover gaskets are still on. all I really did was go ahead and clean up just a bit, just organize. I gathered all my tools just to make sure I don't lose any of them, because it doesn't look like a lot of tools, but I mean, all this that you see right here was expensive. So I'm trying to, I like to keep my shit organized and make sure I don't lose anything. I have my impacts, my electric wrenches, my electric ratchets. I'm on a little walkie, got my ratchet and wrenches, sockets, I got most of the stuff that I need. But all I did was just clean up a bit, organize, get situated. All the bolts that have been removed, I went ahead and put them with where they go. So the bolts to the exhaust, I have them on the exhaust. That way I know those are the bolts for the exhaust. The bolts for the differential, not for the differential, the bolts for the drive shaft mount, I have those there. That way I know those are for the drive shaft mount. The bolts to the drive shaft to the differential, I have them right here. That way I know those go there. I have the fill plug for the transmission right here. I have those bolts over there. Those are for this right here, for this transmission mount. And then I have the bolts, the 3 bolts to the starter on the starter. That way I know those are for the starter, as well as the nuts for the cable connections. Yep, just organize just a little bit. That way I know, that way we just know what goes where. And we don't have a huge mess. Have my jacks over here. These are the bolts for the intake. These 2 go up top for this thing right here. I forgot what this little one goes to. I think it was for this throttle cable that I broke. But yeah, guys, we were making good progress. Very good progress. So you can see we have the drive shaft off to the trans. The bolts are already loose for the trans mount, so all we have to do really is remove the rest of the bolts for the trans mount, for the trans case to the engine. Remove all the rest of those bolts, and then I also have to remove that clutch line up there. This line right here, I have to remove that. I might need a special tool for that. I'm not 100% sure. I'll try to get it done with what I have. But yeah, guys, making some pretty good progress so far. All we have to really do now is just remove the rest of the bolts for the trans. And then once we have all the rest of those bolts out, I can remove this beam, jack up the trans, and get her out. I also have to remove this line up here. So I have to remove this line. I have to remove that line. I have to get all the bolts around the trans and remove this cross member again, jack up the trans, and then remove this, and then we can get the transmission out. As you can see, we have the drive shaft off. We're making pretty good progress, guys. Making pretty good goddamn progress. I like that. I like progress. Progress is good. Ain't that right? It's gonna be a thumbnail. Boy, I don't know. We've done a lot today, though. I'm gonna go take a break, man. I'm tired. Ugh. Tired of being under this car and shit. We definitely made some progress, though. Definitely made progress. Whew. All right, guys, I'm gonna take me a little break, a little breaky break. All right, guys, we're back. I just went inside, cleaned up a bit. You know how my arms are all dirty. Cleaned up a bit. This JoJo stuff works really, really good. Fellow mechanics out there, or fellow car guys that like to work on their own cars, that JoJo, man, or Gojo. Gojo, I think it's Gojo. But whatever, I'm cleaned up. Got a different shirt on. Clean my arms up. Right now, gonna take a little break, cool down, watch some Assassination Classroom, just chill for a bit, cool down. It's really hot out here, but we're making good progress. We're making very good progress. That's what I like. I like progress. All right, guys, we'll see when we get back to it. I just been relaxing, guys. Been chilling. I'm out here with Diesel. What up, Diesel? Say what's your dual camera, Diesel? That's Diesel, guys. He's an American Pit Bull Terrier. But yeah, I think we're gonna continue to get started. Go ahead and try to get the trans out of the truck. We already have most of it done. Got the exhaust, differential off. All we need to do now is loosen the rest of the bolts to the trans. Remove, and we can remove the trans. Let's try to show. We made some pretty good progress, guys. Hopefully I can get this done. Once I get the trans done and all that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and finish on the valve covers, get those out. But yeah. All right, guys, so I have the rest of the bolts for the trans removed, or trans belt housing. As you can see, I have the trans on the transmission jack. I removed this hose, just removed the bolt that goes here. I don't know what this is, but it goes back there. Just move that bolt, pull this out. I removed this clip from that clutch line right here. That goes right there. This is the line over here. This line, just move that clip. And this line pops out from there. Move that aside. But yeah, guys, trans is ready to come out. Already got the shifter up top off. Got their shifter removed. To remove the shifter, what I did was I had to keep putting it in different gears to therefore get the 3 screws that went around. So I put it like in first, and then 5th, and then 4th. That way I was able to get all 4 screws. And then before you remove it, make sure to put it back in neutral. That way you can just, you know, slide it back in there. But yeah, guys, she's ready to come out. All right, guys, guess what? We have the transmission out of the truck, boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the slave and the throw out. Now we can see the pressure plate. We're gonna remove that, take a look at the clutch and all that. Yes, sir, transmission is out of the vehicle. I'm fucking tired. But we got it, we got the transmission. Fuck yeah. Whew. Now, we just need to put the clutch in, the new flywheel, the new clutch, the new pressure plate, put the trans back in, refill the trans, tighten the bolt. Oh, we have a whole lot to do. But we have made so much progress, guys. Hell yeah. All right, guys, all that is left to do now is replace the slave cylinder, replace the throwout bearing, replace the pressure plate, the flywheel, the pressure plate, and the clutch. And yeah, then we can start putting shit back together. Hell yeah, guys. We got some shit going down. Might as well show y'all since another cop just pulled up. Look at this shit. I'm over here working on my car. We got 6 cop cars, 1 house. I don't know what that is. I don't mind my business. Can't be good though. Look at me working comfortably. I put my slides on, my slides. Oh guys, let me show y'all the pressure plate and clutch. So this is the old clutch, oh shit, which actually isn't bad. So the clutch wasn't worn, that was not the issue. It's not too bad, so I will be saving this clutch for, you know, further purposes. What is actually worn is this pressure plate. It was not allowing proper pressure to to disengage the clutch and allow me to go into gear. So that's why the truck was not drivable. Let me show y'all the new one so y'all can see what I mean. That pressure plate was just extremely worn. This is the new clutch kit. It didn't come with the knife out. I had to put that in there. They'll be like, damn, the clutch is on the knife. That's clutch as fuck. This is the new pressure plate. Alright, so y'all see the difference? How this pressure plate has a lot more like tension on it, besides this one. Yeah, so this one wasn't allowing proper pressure to disengage the clutch. Well, this one will. So this is the new one. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the new clutch in. This is the new clutch. Looks nice. Try to show you all the difference. So this is the old and new one. So you can see they're not too much different in thickness. So this old one I will be saving because it doesn't look too bad. It does have a little bit of wear, but not too bad. We're still gonna be putting the new clutch in though. This is the old, new clutch, new pressure plate. Looking under the car, those are the bolts to the pressure plate. This is the flywheel. You can tell the flywheel has a couple of hot spots, but it's just 6 bolts to remove the flywheel. You know how to go ahead and do that. All right, so I have the flywheel off. So you can see it does have a couple of hot spots. I got the new flywheel right here. Oh, that took nasty. Take that away. There you go. There's the new flywheel compared to the old. Look at the difference between both, between the items. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put the flywheel in, and then we're gonna line up the clutch and pressure plate. Oh, we're gonna put the flywheel in, then we're gonna torque all these bolts. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So I'll put this in, torque all